I'm Roy, and today I'm going to tell you the difference between continuously and continually. Both of these words are adverbs, and they can be confusing. They look similar, but they have different meanings. Continuously means that something doesn't stop or end. He spoke continuously for 15 minutes. That means he spoke for 15 minutes without stopping. Continually is a repeated action that happens over a period of time. So something starts and stops over some time. I continually tell my dog I love her. That means it's a repeated event. I say it many times. Well, that's all for today. But we here at BBC Learning English continually make new videos. So keep watching. Bye!
Hi, I'm Sam from BBC Learning English, and this is me in class.
So, adverbs of frequency go after the main verb.
How am I feeling? Bored or boring? I was feeling bored because the lesson was boring. So the lesson was the reason I felt bored. So ed endings describe the feeling, and ing endings describe the reason you have that feeling. And this works for other adjectives too. So if the lesson is interesting, I feel interested. If something is tiring, I'm tired. If something is relaxing, I'm relaxed. If something is surprising, I'm surprised. If something is exciting, I'm excited. So, tell us how these videos make you feel.
Let's learn available. It's an adjective, so we usually use it with a form of the verb to be. For things, it's simple. It means that you can get something or you can buy it. So, the best fruit is available in summer. That's when you can get it. We've got a car park that's available for everyone to use. I'm sorry, the next video game isn't available yet. You'll have to wait. When we use it with people, the idea is similar, and it means that someone can do something and there's nothing stopping them. I'm afraid there's no one available to help. We're all busy. I think we need a meeting. When are you available? When can you do it? Their best player isn't available for the match. She hurt her leg and she can't play. Available means that something can be bought or used, or that someone can help you. Sure, there are other videos available, but we'll always be available to help you with your English.
We're going to talk about the difference between last, for the last and in the last when talking about time. I went to the doctor's twice last week, last month, last year. Last week, last month and last year here are talking about the week, month and year before this one. There is no connection to now, it is before now. And what do we say when we want to talk about the day before this one? We just say yesterday, right? And we say yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, but last night. I've had the flu for the last week, so I've come to work only once in the last week. In both cases, we are talking about the period of time from a week ago until now. With for the last week, I've had the flu every day. It's continuous over a week. Within the last week, I have come to work only once within that time. Can you think of something you did last week? And what's one thing you've done in the last week and something else you've done for the last week?
Hello, I'm Sam, and we are going to look at the difference between good and well together. I make very good pizza. What is good describing? It's describing pizza, which is a noun, which makes good an adjective. And where does it go in the sentence? It goes before the noun. I make pizza very well. What is well describing here? It's describing make. And make is a verb, so well is an adverb. And where does it go in a sentence? It goes after the verb. Careful, because well can also be an adjective, but only to talk about feeling healthy or unhealthy. I wasn't feeling very well yesterday, but I'm fine today. So keep watching these videos so your English will be good and you will be able to speak it well.
When do we use could and was able to talk about past ability? If it's a positive sentence, ask yourself if it's a general ability, which uses could, or a specific achievement, which usually uses was able to. I could run really fast when I was younger. I was able to win a medal. But we do use could for a specific event if we use verbs related to senses or thought processes. I could feel the wind in my face. I could remember my coach's advice. If the sentence is negative, it's much easier. We can use either. I couldn't do much at school the next day. I wasn't able to concentrate at all. Negative or positive? Specific or general? Are there any senses or thought processes? What could you do when you were younger? What were you able to achieve? What could you see or hear while you were doing it?
What's an issue? Let's look at some of the main uses of this word. An issue can be an important topic that people are talking about. The environment is an important issue. The energy crisis is a big issue for many people. An issue can also be a problem. If you find any issues with our videos, please let us know. As a verb, we can use to issue. This describes something being ready or available, often for official purposes. I'm waiting for reception to issue my work pass. My new driving license has finally been issued. We can call a newspaper or magazine an issue if it belongs to a certain title. This is today's issue. Get today's issue now.
Hi, I'm Roy, and today I'm going to tell you all about making comparatives using the words as and as. Look at this sentence. James is as tall as me. That means James and I are the same height. We use as with an adjective and another as to say that something is the same or equal. You can also use the words much or many between the two as's. I have as many video games as James. If you want to say that something is not the same or not equal, you can use the word not. We put the word not in front of the first as. The film is not as good as the book. This means I think the book is better than the film. Anyway, I've got to go, but I hope you're as happy as I am. Bye.
Hello everyone, Sam here, and in this lesson we're going to look at the difference between also, as well, and to. Their meanings are similar. We are adding something, but we use them slightly differently in a sentence. We use also with the verb in the middle of the sentence. He's really good at tennis, but he also plays football really well. Or you can use it at the beginning of the sentence to add emphasis. He's really good at tennis. Also, he plays football really well. As well and to go at the end of the sentence. He's really good at tennis and he plays football really well too. He's really good at tennis and he plays football really well as well. The only slight difference is that as well is less common in American English and more common in British English than to. So what about you? Are you only learning English or are you studying other languages as well?
Hi guys, this is Keith from BBC Learning English. Today I'm going to tell you how to use for and since. We use for to describe how long an activity or a situation lasts. For example, I can say, I go running every day for 10 minutes. That's not true though. On the other hand, since is used to describe when an activity or a situation began. For example, I can say, I have been recording this video since 10 o'clock. So remember, for is used to describe how long an activity or a situation lasts, whereas since is used to describe when an activity or a situation began. It's easy, isn't it?